Well, it looks a lot different, don't it? This is December the 27th. It's been 70 degrees today here in Tennessee. That's weird. It's usually hot one day and cold the next, but it's been warm for days. But according to the Weatherman Plus on YouTube, we've got 2 storms coming. So I guess that explains why it's so warm and so humid here. Humidity's been in the 80s and 90s. Got down in the 80s right now, but 70 degrees. I mean, it feels like a summer morning instead of December. Do you notice I got the garden cleaned up? I got it turned. I've got all of them now turned with the cultivators. Somebody asked me the other day what I was using. I use a set of 1-row cultivators behind the farmall. Which I got farmall problems now. We'll have to cover that later. But I did get done before I had issues. You can see my 2 stakes over there next to the gazebo. That's my sunchokes. My Jerusalem artichokes. I thought we'd do a little walk around. Ain't much going on. Got a little kale growing here, some onions in between it. Notice a little bit of carrots in there too. You stir the dirt after growing carrots, you'll find seeds that didn't germinate the first time, but for some reason or another they come back second. It's alright. We need a good mix anyway. Got onions at different sizes because I planted them at different times, but they're slowly all coming up. Me and my daddy bought some onion bulbs the other day. Same place. 2 different times, but I went and got some and he did too. He was saying his onion bulbs wouldn't come up, and I said, where'd you get them at? He told me where he got them. I said, well, I've got some there. And I said, mine ain't came up yet. They just a little slow. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is the garlic. There's 75 garlic plants, I think. I done 100 this last year, and I still got lots of garlic, so I just put 75 back this time. I'm gonna have to peel the garlic I got and grind it, turn it into powder in time. I did want to show you some turnips, some 2nd-year turnips. I didn't plant turnip greens or purple top turnips. This is a 2nd-year one. This one came up from seed or a root that got left in the garden. Ain't no bad sized turnip. Not a great one. See if I can find the one I laid out for you. Oh, they're up here. We'll do this right quick and I'll move on to something else. That's a turnip. The purple top turnips, or the 7 top. Not sure which one actually done it. One of them's got purple tones like a purple top turnip, but it's not purple on top. It's got a little ring of purple. They come back on their own the 2nd time, they make a whole different shaped turnip. But they are edible. I've cut them, tried them. They got a good flavor. They're just not your typical round, pretty turnip. That's pretty much all I got over here, other than, I got these buckets over here. My blueberries, they've lost all their leaves right now. This is onions I found that I forgot to process or forgot to do anything with. You never know what's hanging around. They done started growing green, so I stuck them in the dirt. We'll see what happens with them. I got several. Some of them hadn't pushed up yet, but these are the poor old Alyssa Craigs. There's something bad wrong with these this year. I cannot get them to grow. There's something wrong with the seed, apparently. They have stunned and done nothing but look like they're going to die every other day. You can water them. The sun will hit them. They look like they're doing good. And next thing you know, they're back looking droopy and pitiful. I can show you what an onion's supposed to look like anyway. Yeah, while we're walking by, my rosemary, that is wild garlic growing in there. I found it in my yard, and I brought it over here to the house and planted a few in here to make sure it didn't disappear. And I planted a few over next to the house, and they didn't do good in the box, but they are multiplying next to the house. That's all wild garlic. It looks like a wild onion. But if you pay close attention to it when you pull one of the limbs, the wild onion is round. These will be flat. They have a little bit different look to them. The bigger they get, the more flat you can tell. And it has a good garlic smell. Slight garlic taste. They're not real strong, but something a little different. Okay, let me get around the compost bin. Nobody wants to see that. These onions here was planted from bulbs I had put up. They're the ones I had in the refrigerator from like June or July of this year. You know, I did a video how to keep them in the refrigerator, how to make them last. They stop. You can tell the difference in the green back right there. All these onions was the bulbs I bought this fall. Apparently I run short, or some of them didn't come up, but I got a few that's missing. Let's see. These onions, I believe, are a few Alyssa Craig's here, but there's a difference in color. You can see again. The rest of these are Petra Onions. They're a hybrid. I bought the seed from House Tools and planted them back in October. Transplanted them here. I got 3 or 4 different kinds of onions going. They all seem to be doing good. I've got to get a few more bulbs and fill that in. There's a few places where they hadn't pushed up good, where the plastic's holding them. Wind sometimes blows and kicks the plastic over them. Got a pretty good stand of onions. Warm as it's been, I just hope they make big bulbs. We ain't really got the ground down to freezing yet. Kind of nice long roll though. Last thing we've been working on here is the strawberries. I bought some strawberries back in, it was probably July, I think, when I made the video. They put them on sale. Most time Gurney's puts something like strawberries on sale. It's a couple months before you get them. I was thinking, well, they'll ship them in the fall. 9 days later, I got a shipment of strawberries in the mail. Dead of summer, which they don't like dead of summer. I made a place in the garden and I planted them and done a video about it, and I lost several of them. They just could not handle the heat. Being, you know, bare root ones. But I put what I could find of them in here, and I've added some, and we're going to turn this box into a strawberry box too, along with the other double box. I'd show you my greens, but I just plowed them up today, so I don't really have no greens to show. Got onions and a little bit of kale. I got a small patch over there, some big turnips in it, but like I have over here, there's some true turnips over there, but not many left now. I got excited with the tractor and turned everything under. Rolled everything around. It didn't really turn it. But hopefully the next day or two, if it don't rain, we'll get a few more things done. Slowly getting ready for 2022. Happy New Year.